Well, I guess all I can really say today is it was not my day. A decent red day here, down over $500 total at 661 negative. For my position size at the moment, percentage wise, I think like a 7% red day because we've been sizing down a little bit. And really, I made some mistakes trading MITQ. I think my first trade on this one was okay, but my second one, it was already on a backside. Same mistake that I actually made yesterday. First trade, okay, made some profits. Second trade, it was on the backside, and then I lost money on. And these other tickers, there was opportunity, but somehow I just wasn't able to capitalize on it. And I was somehow always a little bit behind today, which was a little bit stressful. I think there was some opportunity today. It was just like split seconds. It'd be like a fake out to the downside, a quick 10-15% pop, and then the move would be pretty much over. And that made trading today fairly tough. So there was opportunities for sure. I think more on the consistent opportunities, it was really like scalping action that really could have put you in the green today. So yeah, let's just jump into these tickers right away. MITQ, it's no longer on our top scanner. Actually, it is all the way down here. You guys can't even see it. It's like where my head is. It's way down on the list. So let's quickly go to it and start with the daily. This is a ticker we've traded in the past, but it is an overall backside pattern with big resistance here. It wasn't really the worst setups. I just got into it a little bit late. Entertainment company, 11 million shares outstanding, 17 million market cap with Q2 earnings, which actually looked to be okay. But the problem was, so on the 5-minute, you'll kind of see where the problem is this ticker really never got that much momentum. It had that quick pop here pre-market, and I wasn't trading yet in this time. But then ever since then, it was kind of just ranging. I did do a few trades here, and this is when I was able to make a little bit of profit. But then right in this pullback, I thought we were going to have big support, and it ends up flushing. And this is actually where I had my big loser. I was buying a little bit too late, and you'll see that on the 1 minute. Actually, let's go here on the 1 minute. Let me zoom in a little bit more and make sure the 5 minutes lined up. Actually, this is a bit of a head and shoulders pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder, so this could keep flushing here. It's very risky. But I did like that potential for us to break this resistance and then run to this resistance. That's kind of what my overall goal was. So I got this move. I sold a little bit too soon. I think that gave me a little bit of FOMO and revenge trading. I got this entry, which was okay, but then we didn't have any continuation here. It sold off and I closed my position. But then for some reason, I did a backside dip trade around VWAP. It didn't hold this area and kept on selling off. I eventually closed my position here, but I sized up a little bit more on this position, and this was really the loser. So, in the end of the day, like a $465 loss isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, that's just like one green trade. I could usually make that back on. So it's not like a big red day or anything. I was just getting too aggressive on a day where there's really no reason to be so aggressive. And if you're going to be aggressive, at least not on the backside, at least, on the early front side with anticipation of continuation. But not on the backside. No way, not in this market. So that was a big mistake on my end. I did trade PTON again today, and it actually did exactly what I wanted it to do. I just was a little bit too early. So I bought into this pullback here. I closed here for a small loss. I actually wanted to rebuy this one, but I never did because I was so focused on MITQ. And then I think it was this right here in this flag pattern, really good 5-minute setup. Right after I closed out my MITQ position, I went over to PTON and I was like, oh, this is such a good setup here. I had a limit order somewhere in this area and I just missed it. And I was like, I seem to be missing everything today. I'm just always like a little bit behind the game. And, there's always those days where either you wake up on the wrong side of the bed or somehow the tickers aren't really vibing with you and you're just having a hard day. And that's really what it was today. Like, I think if I just had a restart today and maybe woke up a little bit differently, I could have been a green day. But I should have noticed that I wasn't really in any sort of flow state with these tickers and definitely not sized up like I did with MITQ. But yeah, yesterday was a really nice green day with Peloton. So today was a very small day with it. So overall, I'm pretty happy at how I've traded that ticker. And then DCFC. This is actually one of our lead gappers right now, still up at $700 million volume. That's pretty good. Let's look at it on the daily first. And this was the ticker from yesterday, and it's a blue sky setup, so that's really, really nice. But it just performs really ugly on the intraday 1 minute. Let's see, electric company here, 153 million shares outstanding, $2.5 billion market cap, so kind of unusual. And then it has that continued momentum here after the company on Tuesday announced a manufacturing facility in Tennessee. The company's CEO met with President Biden yesterday at the White House. So that sounds like a really good catalyst. If you go to the 5 minute, you'll see how kind of sketchy this ticker is. Very low volume, then all of a sudden has this huge move, 60%. Well, it's not even that big of a move, but it's halting. It's really sketchy. It sells off most of that, pops back up here, and constantly has these really aggressive flushes. So it's just a kind of a sketchy, stressful ticker to be trading. I traded this one pre-market a little bit. I had a win and then I had a loss, and then I don't know. At the market open, this was just a very hectic move, a lot of ranging, and then pretty much the volume fell off a cliff, and I thought it was done. And then randomly had another spike here, like 40%. So it seems to be a bit more of a swing trade ticker, almost like you just want to kind of buy it into the bigger support zones and just kind of hope for another pop. But in terms of day trading, if you don't get these quick pops, after that, it kind of sells off and starts ranging and becomes very difficult to trade. And then right before you think it's dead because there's no volume, it has that quick pop again. But if you're chasing or buying the pullback, they never work. So that's kind of what I mean today by it was just a tricky day overall. We didn't have that nice fall through, those nice front sides, those good pullbacks with continuation. So overall, it just wasn't really a day that I really make a lot of money in. So I guess I'm not super upset the fact that I'm not green, but I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for maybe getting so aggressive on not A quality setups, because yesterday I literally said I got to focus on A quality setups. I'm chasing bad setups. So today I kind of did the same thing again. So that's a little bit annoying. But yeah, that's all part of being a trader. Maybe I'll get some trades in later. Who knows? I'm kind of done at this moment, but if we see some good potential setups, especially around power hour, I wouldn't mind doing it, especially if it's a larger cap. I've been much more profitable lately on large caps, which is just so unusual. So that gives you a good indicator on how reverse things are lately for me at the moment. So who knows? Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into this day trading recap. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Consider subscribing if you're new. And like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.